Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kasturi. I'm a marketing student at UniMelb and this video is about my honest experience, my honest 1 year experience. Let's just get started. Number 1, curriculum. One of the first things that I noticed about my course was that it was very theory based and I was expecting it to be more of practical based. I personally felt that some of the theory was far-fetched or not relevant or something that I've already learned before, so it was quite disappointing at times. But I feel like the curriculum could still have more of a practical approach. That said, I also want to be fair. The university does not hide anything. Everything is pretty much given on the website. I blame myself for this because I didn't go through the actual course structure. If I would have done that before enrolling myself for the course, I would have actually known this before. For a marketing course, I feel like the theory sometimes just isn't relevant or just too far-fetched. But I also want to add that my course has now started getting a little better. After the third semester, I think it takes up this practical approach and I've actually started enjoying it. Number 2 is time pressure and time for extracurricular activities. Before coming here, I thought, just like any other international student, that I would be joining a lot of student clubs, I'd be doing a lot of extracurricular activities, I'd be studying, and I'd be doing a lot. But honestly, UniMelb is quite academically demanding. You would always be caught up in assignments or group projects or pre-readings, or I don't know, there would always be something that would be happening. And that leaves very less room for any extracurricular activities. But on the positive side, it also means that the university is quite strict about academics and they take academics very seriously, something that I find exciting. So if you're someone who is quite serious about their academics and really want to learn something new, I think UniMelb would be the right place. Number 3 is learning and the teaching experience. I had such high expectations with the learning experience because I know that UniMelb is such a reputed university. It's the top university in Australia, so I had really high expectations, especially with the lectures. To be quite honest, I was a bit disappointed after having some really bad experiences with some of the professors. Now, I'm not blaming all of them, but there would be like 1 out of 10 professors who would not be nice and would be very reluctant. While some professors can be really supportive and helpful, you can really drop a mail at any point in time and they would be ready to help you. There'll be some professors who are just too reluctant and rude and just don't care. But again, not all professors. Number 4 is competitive environment and self-doubt. UniMelb is very, very competitive and I didn't expect it to be this intense. Coming from a less competitive background, and suddenly being into an environment where you are surrounded by all these brilliant students really is disheartening. I mean, it's not disheartening, but you start having self-doubt because you start questioning if you were ever meant to be here, if you made the right decision, and if you're going to fail, and if you're going to be better than these people. And that happens to me a lot, many times actually. But the good news is that this environment, although it can be scary at times, it does make you a better version because you start noticing all of these flaws. I won't call them flaws, but maybe the things that you aren't good at. And then at one point, you realize that you have to level up your game. Number 5 is self study. Lectures move very quickly. You would have like a 3 hours lecture for one subject every week. And those 3 hours of lectures cover around 200, okay, not 200, but around 100 slides. And grasping all of that knowledge in one sitting can be very hard. So maybe you have to sit before the lecture or maybe after the lecture with your notes to actually understand everything. The good news here is that the university does provide a lot of resources. You would have pre-readings, you would have access to brilliant professors all the time. You would have online materials, and if you put in the right effort, I don't think it will be very hard. Number 6 is group assignments. Group assignment was honestly the most challenging part for me. I've realized that not everyone would contribute equally and not everybody is actually serious about their studies. So the one assumption that I had in my mind before coming to this university was that everybody is going to be brilliant at what they do and everybody is going to be damn serious about their studies. But that's not the case. Some people just don't care. And it can be really frustrating when your grade actually depends on somebody's seriousness about their studies. And it has started raining. Number 7 is a comparison between UniMelb and the other universities. I have friends in other universities like La Trobe, RMIT, Monash, and so many other, and I clearly see a difference. Because I was always surrounded by these people, I always felt like they had a much more relaxed lifestyle. And at first, I actually was influenced by it. But then later, I realized that UniMelb is actually much more demanding and it cannot be ignored. Once I accepted this, I adjusted my mindset, and now there's no chance that I can get influenced by it. Okay, second last, exams. Exams at UniMelb actually were a big surprise. Not all universities have exams, but UniMelb does conduct exams, and almost every single subject has an exam. Some exams are even written exams, and they're really tough. Let me tell you that. Even if your exam is an open book exam and you would carry 100 pages, trust me when I say this, you would still not use a single page in the exam because it's so application based, and you have to kind of memorize it, but not memorize it. Also, because of the time limit, it becomes even harder to find the right thing in the notes and then write it in the exam. Lastly, I want to talk about career and sport. I am still on the side of exploring the career services at UniMelb, and I don't think I'd be the right person to comment on this as of now, because it'll be wrong since I have not attended many, or maybe not a single career fair, or I haven't done a single, I don't know, any of those career support services or activities as of now. I think that'll be it for this video. My experience in UniMelb wasn't quite black or white. I think I fall under the gray area, and I think I'd make another video after completing my course. That was all that I had to say. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to follow on my socials, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. I actually want to stay here, although it's raining, but I feel good.